I graduated Stawell Secondary College in 2008.
2010.
I graduated in 1986.
I graduated in 1994.
After year 12, I decided to go into the civil engineering field for approximately 2.5 years, Driscoll Engineering in Ballarat. It was quite an enjoyable job, but it wasn't quite for me. I then moved into the building game for approximately 8 months, and again, it just wasn't quite hitting what I was hoping for. So then I decided to come back to my roots in what my father has been doing for approximately 20 odd years, which is the livestock stock and station game.
Well, I've been doing player management or sports management since 2001, so it's been 21 years coming up that I've been doing this role. Combining that with, well, firstly at a company called IMG, which is International Management Group, which look after the likes of Tiger Woods and Roger Federer and all those internationally. I ran the AFL division after I'd retired from AFL footy, and I've done that ever since. So firstly with IMG for 10 years, and then my own company. I'm part of Bravo Management, which is part of the SEN radio network. So whilst doing the management, I also do media. So you sit in here and do a bit of this sort of stuff, the TV stuff, and done a radio show with Hutchie for 15 years, and also do some other stuff. We did 6 years at Fox Footy as well. So AFL footy has given me a lot of other opportunities outside of just working. So I've been able to combine work and sport really since I left Stawell.
So after year 12, I enrolled in university. I went down to Monash University and did a Bachelor of Behavioural Neuroscience with a double major in psychology and neuroscience. And then I did a fourth year, so I went across to Deakin University after that and did a fourth year in psychology at that stage. And then I went and did a master's degree in clinical psychology.
So after I finished year 12, I took a gap year. I needed a break from study, wanted to earn myself a bit of money as well. And then after my gap year, I attended uni at Federation Uni in Ballarat and did my Bachelor of Education. That took me 4 years at university to complete that, and then moved straight back to Stawell once I'd finished my university degree.
So right now I've got 2 jobs. I spend part of my time helping to run a software company here in Geelong, and that job's been really cool. It's given me the opportunity to talk to and work with people from all across the globe. And I spend the rest of my time finishing my final year in medical school. So when I graduate that, I'll go off to my first year as being a doctor.
I had a 12-month break just to relax, and then I got into some study and I studied my Diploma of Community Services in Children's Services.
So as soon as I finished year 12, I went straight to university. I went to Australian Catholic University and I studied the double degree, the Bachelor of Nursing and Bachelor of Paramedicine. So got a qualification as a registered nurse and a registered paramedic.
I started an electrical apprenticeship at the Stawell Gold Mine and kicked off my career into becoming an electrician.
When I finished Stawell Secondary College, I went on to Longerenong Ag College at Horsham, where I completed a diploma in agronomy and an advanced diploma in agriculture. After that, I worked with Troy Driscoll at Driscoll Seeds, where I pursued a bit of agronomy. Following that, I became a mum of 2 boys, and then leased my own property just near Dad's farm at Navarre there. I'm currently still doing that at the moment and working through a succession plan to come home and take over the family farm when Dad's ready to retire.
So after I finished year 12 at Stawell Secondary, I took a gap year and worked full time at Black Panther Cafe in Halls Gap. And then I went on to studying civil engineering with Victoria University in Footscray, where I'll hopefully graduate by the end of 2022.
So after year 12, I went and worked at the ABS. I was going to be a chef, and I took about 12 months to decide whether that was for me. I then decided it wasn't, so I went and worked at Pleasant Creek for a little while. Didn't like the hours, didn't like the weekends, so I went and worked at a special school as a teacher aide, and they decided I should be a teacher, so I went and studied, and here I am now being a teacher.
My job currently, I'm still employed at the Stawell Gold Mine, and I'm now an electrical supervisor, supervising the underground electrical team.
So my fondest memories at Stawell Secondary College are absolutely the friendships I created. The old saying that school is really one of the funnest times of your life really rings true for me. Making new friends, having a kick of the footy at lunchtime, just meeting new people, was a fantastic part about Stawell Secondary College for me.
The sports, so whether it was the swimming sports, athletics, carnival or cross country. I also enjoyed the odd social or two. I'm not sure if they're still a thing, but they were always good fun.
Some of my fondest memories with Stawell Secondary College would obviously be the mates and the friendship that you built over the years, which are still there today. Obviously you do lose track and keep in touch with a few, but they're still there. I know I'd probably look back at it now and say I probably didn't try hard enough, homework and the likes, but it still definitely set me on the right path and where I am today and what I'm currently doing, so I'm thankful for that.
So the fondest memories of Stawell Secondary College would probably be just the friendships I made, I think. So some of the friends I made in high school are still friends now. My kids are friends with their kids, and yeah, I'd say that kind of sense of community, I suppose, has just continued throughout my life, which probably started at Stawell Secondary College.
I definitely miss being with my friends the most and chatting with all the teachers every day and probably all the sporting events and all that, yeah.
Some of the camps, I enjoyed music, so I was part of all the bands there, so I remember that quite vividly. Yeah, just having a go at new things.
My favourite class activities would have been biology, human development, and home ec and cooking.
I really enjoyed the subjects of biology, English, health and PE. I feel like I was quite passionate about them, so it helped lead me into what I wanted to do.
Woodwork, I really enjoyed that, along with graphics. I quite enjoyed that side of things too, with the drawing and technical drawing was one of the things I enjoyed there. And PE, obviously everyone's enrolled in PE, everyone's going to love PE, so I enjoyed that just physically and the fitness side of things, which is what I've continued to do as I've got older. So
I love school sports, getting dressed up, participating. Was more of an athlete back then than I am now, but yeah.
PE was a real favourite of mine, as I said again, really sporty. And linking into that, I loved going off to all the sports events and competing against other schools, athletics and cross country. Playing school football as well was really fun. In terms of at school, I like working with numbers, so all problem solving activities that we used to do in our maths lessons, that's something that I really enjoyed as well.
I was the kind of student that probably did everything. I was in the music program, I was in the drama program, I was on student council, debating classes, things like that. So I did everything, so I was someone who really enjoyed school. Yeah, I really loved the whole experience, to be honest. But yeah, some of the best experiences were probably like some of the school camps we did. We went on one to Central Australia, which was pretty cool.
Excursions, going on camps, especially during Year 12. We had a Year 12 retreat, I guess you could call it. We went to, I think it was in Halls Gap. That was pretty good.
My advice to grade 6s starting next year is to understand that education forms part of the recipe of a great life. And that's true whether your education comes in the form of high school, university, or an apprenticeship. My other piece of advice is to pursue your passions wholeheartedly, because life is just a whole lot more fun when you're doing the things that you love to do. For me, that's healthcare, technology, and business. And for you, that might be something entirely different. Whatever it is that you get up to in your life, good luck.
Try everything you can. Yeah, give everything a crack, because you're going to find out, you know, after you finish your Year 12, or it could be your vet, Year 10, that job that after you finish Year 12 mightn't be the one. As I said, I tried building, wasn't for me. Civil engineering just didn't sit with me, and then obviously I found my current job in the stock and station game, and it doesn't really feel like a job. And I think that's how you got to sort of see it, is you've got to love what you do and make it feel like it's not a job. So grade 6s, you know, take every opportunity that you can coming up through school, learn as much as you can, take everything in. That's something that I probably didn't do enough, and look back at what I should have done. So that's my advice to grade 6s.
Advice for grade 6 students coming to the school, it would be to come in with an open mind, make the most of the opportunities that the school give you, whether it's student exchange programs, leadership programs, or any of the sporting opportunities they give you. Look after yourself and look after those around you too.
Relax, enjoy yourself, just settle in, don't take anything too seriously, and just learn what you're passionate about and follow that.
And my advice is pretty simple, and that is enjoy it, okay? It's gonna be really scary to start with, and that's okay, because whenever anything changes, it is scary, but quickly you'll learn that the Stawell Secondary College is a really awesome place to be. Take every opportunity you can, go for leadership positions, go on every excursion, try every subject you can, and you'll have an absolute blast and really enjoy yourself. So relax, okay, take every opportunity and really enjoy it.
But the advice I would give is it is a great school, and you do, the friendships you make out of being in a school system for, you know, my car, it's 5.5 years for me, it wasn't the full 6 years, but yeah, it's a great school, and it's local, it's in town, and they have great programs, and I know they've done bigger and better things since I left school. I mean, it was a long time ago.
Just enjoy yourself, don't take it for granted. It actually goes very quickly in the long run, and you never get to hang out with your friends every single day again, so I'd enjoy that while you can.
Just to try and be open to every opportunity that comes across, or that you come across, because I think I got so much out of all the things I did, and didn't probably realise it at the time, but reflecting back, you know, learnt so many skills in talking to people, and yeah, just kind of learning about myself as well, and what I was interested in, and what I was good at. So yeah, my advice would be just to give everything a go.
I would say make the most of your time at school. Undertake the classes that interest you the most and apply yourself. Squeeze the teachers for every ounce of information you can, because at the end of your time, you can't take them with you. Thanks for your time, guys.
My advice for students enrolling in secondary college would be to have a go at new things, take the challenge, remember that the stars are the limit, so reach for the sky and become whatever you want to become.